Hi, welcome to Footprints. I'm Xingyu. Today, we're following the wheels of a man who spent the past 4 years cycling around the world on a bamboo bicycle. His name is Luo Mingning, though many know him simply as Mowgli. He grew up in a small village in Guangxi Zhuang Autonomous Region in southwest China. I first met him 6 years ago in a workshop on the outskirts of Beijing. He was a bike mechanic, teaching people how to build bikes using bamboo. In that interview, he mentioned his dream of riding around the globe one day. To be honest, I didn't think he really meant it at the time, but he actually did, and he made it happen. With a bamboo bike, a tent, and a few essentials, Mowgli set off from Los Angeles in April 2022 and pedaled across the United States all the way to New York. After obtaining a visa for Canada, he pushed on through the Rocky Mountains, reached Vancouver, and then turned south, following the west coast mile after mile until he reached Ushuaia, Argentina, often called the end of the world. In 2024, he crossed Africa with companions he met on the road. And in 2025, he rode north from the Mediterranean all the way to the Arctic Circle, completing his journey through Europe. By then, he had reached nearly every place on Earth he once dreamed of visiting.
I'm actually trying to do a world tour.
Oh, good for you!
Yeah, just crossed America and now doing Canada.
Good for you! Well, there's some fresh grapes and pineapple.
Oh, thank you.
There's a couple trail mix cookies in there.
Thank you so much.
Along the way, he drew and sold hand-sketched postcards to support himself and felt the kindness from countless friends and strangers. As he shared his journey online, Mowgli gained popularity on video sharing platforms. He's now also an author. His book, Come Back Alive, recounts his adventure in simple and earnest words. Earlier, I spoke with him in our studio to look back on the dream he chased and the world he discovered. Now let's dive into that conversation. Hi, Mowgli. Welcome to Footprints.
Hi.
First of all, congratulations on finishing your world tour.
Thank you.
So that's nearly 50,000 kilometers?
Yeah, I didn't really count it, but I think it's more or less 50,000.
1,000 kilometers on a bamboo bicycle, which is very incredible. And I'm so excited to have you here to talk about it. Before, you were a bike mechanic, and now you are a round-the-world cyclist, also a content creator and an author of a book. So how would you describe yourself?
Right now, I feel like, wow, I'm just a human being. In the last 4 years, 5 years, I've been through so much incredible places and met so many incredible people and inspired by so many stories. I feel like, wow, I really don't know how to define myself. Just like my new book, Come Back Alive. And right now, I just felt like, oh, so happy to be alive.
Okay. So from the idea of cycling around the world to actually start your trip, how did you prepare?
Wow, I've done a lot in my mind, I had this idea and I planned it in my mind, but actually it's not an easy decision. So I've been thinking about it for many, many years. And then until, wow, my friend really kicked me out of that door. Before that, wow, I've been preparing for it. I ride my bicycle every day, and even though sometimes I don't have time to go out for cycling, I just do it indoor, on the trainer. Yeah, I just do it indoor. I practice a lot and build up my muscle, build up my legs, and also I've been practicing fighting skills for 4 or 5 years because I'm really small, really a tiny guy, so I always felt, a bit nervous, a bit not that confident, So, yeah, I think this practice gives me a lot of confidence, I would say.
Okay.
It made me feel relaxed. So I think without that practice, I would not be able to, really step out to go for my dream. Yeah.
So after preparing your body, how did you plan the route?
The route when it comes to cycling, it's really like no plan at all.
No plan at all?
Yeah. When it comes to cycling, you cannot really plan. Because in the beginning, I was planning to go west from China to Europe. But then, 2022, at that time, the border on the west was all closed. And I met a friend and they said they need somebody to help them to bring 2 dogs to Los Angeles. So I was like, okay, I can help you do that. And they bought me the tickets to Los Angeles. So I was like, okay, I started from Los Angeles. And then when you really get on the road, it's really hard to plan. For example, if you're like, I want to go here today, but you don't know because you're on a bicycle, you might get some headwind or you might get on some bad road and you will slow down and then you will not make it to the place you want to go.
Yeah.
And then the next day will be delayed and all the plans will be like messed up. So basically when I'm on a bike trip, I'll just get to a campsite and then start to plan for the next day, see how far I can go and what's the next camping place for the next day. So that's basically how I do it for the last 4 years.
So it's not a long-term plan.
No,
It's just
no.
planning for the next few days.
Yeah. Just the next few days. And also, when you're on the road, you always get a lot of information from the people on the road. Like the local people will tell you, oh, there's a nice place there. And then I go that way. And then people tell me, oh, there's another beautiful place over there. Then I go this way. So it's quite random.
Casual.
Yeah,
and
casual and random.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I heard that your bicycle is a bit special. So tell us about your bamboo bicycle.
Oh yeah, so it's a self-made bicycle, and I built it specifically for this trip. So when I have this idea about doing the world tour on a bicycle, because I'm a bike mechanic and I've been cycling a lot. So if I'm gonna do a world tour, I'll definitely do it by bicycle. When I built that bike, I had this idea, and I know I'm gonna do it, but I was like not really sure that I can do it or I will do it, like not 100% sure. So I carved a wall map on that bike, on the down tube, on the bamboo skin. So every time I look at that map, I remind myself, I tell myself, okay, so this is your goal. You have to do it. Yeah, so
it's like a reminder.
Yeah, it's like a reminder. It's also inspiration. Like, that's your goal. Don't forget it.
And now you traveled on that particular bicycle around the world.
Yes.
And for many people, I think traveling around the world is always on their bucket list. And some people, they have this mindset that you have to be rich to go on a world tour.
Yeah.
And for the past 4 years, and I heard that you didn't spend much from your own pocket.
No,
so
not at all.
how did you manage the finances?
Well, when we come to like these parts, it's really also like a big surprise for me. When I started from Los Angeles, I have about $5,000 something.
$5,000.
Yeah. So my plan was to, okay, I arrive from Los Angeles to New York with $5,000. And then when I get to New York, I will find some friends and do some work, to get some money. And then I fly to Mexico and continue my trip. That was my plan. But then when I get on the road, I saw some of these incredible places and I start to jot this landscape. And then I jotted on my notebook, and sometimes I post some of them, and some of the friends saw them and they were like, Mowgli, do you sell them? Because they look really good and I really like it. So yeah, I was like, okay, if you need it, of course, I need money for travel. And then I start to sell these small, drawings as a postcard, because I cut them down and then write something on the back and then sell them as a postcard. And since then, I've just got like so many friends waiting in line for my postcard.
Wow.
So it's like my travel track, I take my notebook out and then draw it and sell it and get the money. And that makes the most part of my travel expense. Yeah.
Well, and I have to say, you are really good at drawing. These drawings, I have seen them.
Oh, yeah.
It's like you are seeing the landscape with your own eyes, but without colors.
Yeah.
But that's pretty good. So since when did you start drawing?
Oh, I start to practice drawing in university.
Oh.
Yeah. Because when I was in university, I don't have a smartphone. I don't have a camera. So sometimes, I really want to take some photos because When I go to university, I go to a big city from a small village, so I see so many incredible things I've never seen in a small village. So sometimes you see these different things. You really want to take some photos, but I don't have a smartphone. I don't have a camera. So what I do is I went to the library and borrow some books to teach you how to draw. So I start to practice with those guidebook. That's one thing I've been practicing in university for like 2 or 3 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
2 or 3 years, and you are very talented.
Yeah, and at that time, I never know that one day it's gonna become,
A source of income.
yeah. Oh wow, it's like so incredible. I never know that after 10 years, this is gonna be my, checks to pay for the travel, to pay for my dream. Wow, it's incredible.
Yeah, I know that along the way you received a lot of kindness from people that you had never met before.
Yeah.
Can you share one unforgettable act of generosity that you experienced?
Wow. There's
a lot.
Yeah, so many people. So many people have helped me on the road, and I think one of them really inspired me is the grandma in Arizona. It was a really windy day. I was cycling in Arizona, and Arizona, it's quite wild and it's empty and it's like mostly desert. So when the wind comes, you have no place to hide. So it was quite hard for me to find any shade to put up my tent. So I met this grandma who lived in the desert alone.
Alone?
Yeah, she's like, at the first sight, I was like, oh, she must be 90 years old or something because she looks really old. But actually, she was only 70. But she lived in the desert alone without any neighbors. No water, no electricity.
No water?
Yeah, they dig their own well,
Ah.
in the desert. And they use solar panels for the electricity.
Oh, okay.
And she took me home and I stayed with her for one night in the house. And the next morning, she showed me how to use her shotgun. And that was like, at the beginning, I was like, wow, she lived in the desert, and like such an old grandma, and she was like wobbly when she's walking, but she's still driving these big truck, into the desert off-road, and she was surrounded by all these rattlesnakes. Oh, she has to be careful when she walk around. She always has a long machete on her hand. Well, it's such a different lifestyle as what I imagine. And imagine you have to live in the desert without anybody around, like a few kilometers around, no neighbors at all. That's such a lonely
It
life.
sounds scary.
Yeah, it's scary. And then when I get to know her and I realized she was so tough inside. She used shotgun and she has to take care of all kinds of problems on her own. So it's really like impressed me a lot, and it also gave me a lot of energy. Every time when I get stuck or every time when I had a hard situation, she always gave me energy and give me,
Hope.
confidence, give me hope. Yeah.
And did she say why she is alone?
Oh yeah, because her husband passed away.
Passed
yeah,
away.
when I was there, her husband was gone 1 year already. She was still recovering from that. She was still a bit depressed. So yeah, it's a bit sad for that situation. Your only partner die and you have to move on by yourself.
Yes.
And yeah, it's a bit sad. So yeah, this time we will go back to United States and hopefully we'll go back to see her again.
Oh, really?
Next month.
That's
yeah.
so sweet.
Yeah. Because before I left the United States, I sent her a postcard, my drawings, and I write on the back, say, oh, please take care of yourself, and I hope to come back to see you again after I finish my world tour.
So you're still in touch with each other?
Yeah, I was in touch with her for a while, and then after I left Mexico, the phone number I was using was no longer working because I was using a phone number from United States, and after I get to Guatemala, that number was no longer working, so I lost contact. But I still remember that place. Yeah, this time when we go back, I'll try to go
And visit her.
go back and see if she's still there. I'm really not sure, but I hope I will see her again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hope you guys can meet again.
Yeah.
And Like the grandma that you mentioned, did you have, I guess, a lot, like very, very lonely moment?
Yeah, I do. I do. Like in the Rockies in Canada, the road was destroyed by the flood, and I was stuck in the middle of nowhere, and it's like really deep in the forest, and there are so many bears. I saw their
So many bears.
yeah, I saw so many footprints. I
Oh.
saw the pool, and then later, I actually saw 3 bears, mom and 2 cubs. That was quite scary.
Wow. How close were you?
They were like just maybe 2 meters beside me. They were behind that small bush,
And
and
they were watching
yeah,
you.
no. Actually, we surprised each other. I passed by the tree. And the tree was shaking, and I was like, "Who's there?" And then look back, it was 3 bears, like mom and 2 cubs.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I was like,
But you were cycling like past the bush.
yeah,
so.
and yeah, I was passing, but it's on a gravel road, so I wasn't going too fast.
Oh.
So I was like, accelerate like immediately. There was even no time for thinking, no time for any reaction. I was just like, just
Yeah, by instinct.
yeah, just paddle and go and just to get as far as I can away from them. And it was quite scary because when they're alone, it's okay. They might not bother you, but when they're with the cops, they're really aggressive. Yeah.
I wonder, did you cry?
That day I cried because I have to, my bike was fully loaded with all kinds of luggage. Then I come to this part when the road was destroyed by the flood, so I actually have to disassemble my luggage and took my bike going down the valley and going up, and then come back to bring my luggage and then assemble them together, and then ride for maybe 1 or 2 kilometers, and then I have to do that again. Oh, that day was like really, really one of the toughest days I had, and I didn't have much water that day because I lost some of my bottles on the rough road. So it was really a rough day. Yeah, not much food, not much water, but lots of hard work, and it's deep in the woods.
And you
'Cause
were
you
all by
always-
yourself.
Yeah, you're all on your own, and you always be careful because you never know like
Yeah,
where
what's
the bears
going
are.
to
Yeah,
come.
yeah. Maybe there will be like bears or snakes, just behind the trees. So you always have to be really careful and really watch around you, and you sweat a lot because you are nervous. And that kind of situation, you really feel like lonely, and it's so quiet. So you hear your breath and you hear your heart beats, beating, and you're like.
And
You
what
just
were
want
you
to-
thinking?
I was like, wow, if the grandma can live alone in the desert, then I can do this.
Aw,
Yeah. Every time when I come to this hard situation, I was like,
you
yeah.
think of her.
Yeah, I think of her. She really gave me a lot of energy, a lot of confidence, lots of courage.
So, what's the most beautiful or awe-inspiring sight that you've seen?
Oh, that's hard,
Too many.
Yeah, too many, and they're all different kind of landscapes. And if I really have to take one, I would say when you see the elephants walk in front of you, and then you have Kilimanjaro on the background. Kilimanjaro is the highest mountain in Africa.
Oh.
So it's a dead volcano, and it's about 6,000 meters high.
Ooh.
But there's nothing surrounding. So it's like a single mountain. Stand up there, like the bottom is like 800 meters, and then the summit is like 5,900 or something. So it's like the snow was above the cloud, and then
Yeah.
in the middle there's the cloud,
Oh.
and then at the bottom it's the grassland, and then you have these elephants walk in front of you. They pass in front of you. Wow, that moment was like incredible. That was one
Wow.
of the most stunning landscape you can see on the planet, I would say.
And I assume you drew that sight as
Yeah,
well.
also, yeah. And then I drew it down, and I saw that postcard, and I got the money to climb Kilimanjaro.
Oh. Okay.
We all aim to see the sunrise at the peak, but with Jackson's help, we are the first group to make it today. Wow, this is so beautiful.
Those stories always gave me a lot of fulfillment. Yeah. Every time when you think of these beautiful moments in the last 5 years, it's like, wow, is that even real? You feel like you live in a dream for 5 years, and sometimes it feels unreal. You know, if I have a second life, I'll do the same thing again.
But I guess many, many years ago, you never thought about you could actually one day cycle or travel around the world.
No. I grew up in a small village. I never really see anything outside of the village until I went to university. So it was like until 20 years old, I never seen anything outside. So yeah, in the old days, I felt like, wow, the world is so far from me. Everything we saw on the TV is like so far away. Now it's all in my memory.
And was there a moment when you feel like you want to quit during the journey?
Actually, it was the first day when I started from Los Angeles.
It's the first start.
Yeah, the first day. I want to go home the first day, you know. I started from my friend's house and I right into the desert. And then in the afternoon, the sun goes down and the wind starts to blow and it gets stronger and stronger. I took my phone out to take a photo and the wind was too strong and it blew off my phone from my hands and I break my phone. It's a new phone. My friend bought it for me to take photos and videos. And the first day I started, I break it. I break one of those lenses.
Camera.
Yeah, I break the camera. I was and then I have no time to regret. You know, I have to find a shelter because it was so windy, and the desert it's very open, so it's really hard to find any shade. The day was getting dark, and I have to ride into the desert because there's only one road. And I go deeper in the desert, and then the road ends. You know, there's no pavement at all. After the dark, I basically have to walk my bike on the sand because it was so soft. You cannot ride on the sand.
Oh.
So you imagine you have to push your bike in the sand in the dark.
Wow.
And then I was and it was so windy. There's no shade at all. And I walk for like maybe 30 minutes something. I saw some lights in the desert, and when I get closer, I realized it was an RV. One of those camper. I was like, oh, maybe I can go ask them to see if I can put my tents next to the RV so I can have some shade. And when I get closer to the RV, there was this black dog just came out from under the RV and bit my hand.
Oh.
I was, and the second bite comes in, I punch the dog. And then there was this old man came out from the RV and get the dog inside and he closed the door. I don't even have chance to talk to him. So I was like, okay, then I better just leave here. Don't mess up with them. So I just turn around and then later I find this abandoned house. The only good thing is I can put my tents behind the house, so I had some shade from the wind. And I put up my tents, but the wind was so strong. My tent was still like making a lot of noise, you know. And I cannot sleep in the tent because it was so loud.
Yeah.
I was also kind of nervous because of the dog bite. Wow, it was like I had such a long day, and then in the evening I cannot sleep. You know, imagine you've been paddling all days and you know had all kind of bad lucks, and then in the evening you cannot sleep. No shower, no food, no water in the desert. Oh, it was
Desperate.
At that moment I was like, oh, I want to go home. The first day,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the moment you missed home so much.
Yeah,
and sometimes people say the beginning is always the hardest part for a journey.
Yeah.
I guess you had many like sleepless nights,
Oh,
especially in the beginning of the journey.
Yeah, at the beginning it's really hard to sleep in the tent because you always hear the noise around your tents. It makes you nervous. It's really different from sleep inside a room. It's quiet and you feel secure.
Yeah.
You feel safe. But when you sleep in the wire, the tents, it's just a fabric. It cannot protect you. Like in case in case anything happened, you really have nothing to protect yourself. So at the first 2 weeks, I cannot really sleep. But after 2 weeks, you get used to it, and it's like that. Nothing's gonna happen. If something happened, it happened. If something happened, then that's it. I mean, you have to get used to it, and after you get used to it, oh, that's amazing.
Just enjoy the journey.
Yeah, you
more.
enjoy the journey, and you sleep even better than at home.
Yeah. Better than at home. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And how do you feel about coming back? Like getting back to the normal life?
I feel a little bit lost now because before this trip, I always have this idea. Oh, the world tour is gonna be such amazing things I will be doing. But now I'm like, oh, I already finished the best thing I can do in my life. I don't know what to do for the coming future. I guess I will try my best to help people around me, take care of my families, and help people around me to do what they want to do. Because when I was on this journey, so many people helped me make my dreams come true. Right now, I think I should do something to help others to do the same.
Yeah, and I heard that actually this wasn't your solo journey. You received a lot of help from your friends and strangers along the way, and you've also been giving back to those who are in need of help.
Yeah.
And you lived for the last 4 years with minimal possessions like a bike, a tent, water, some food. And how did this journey change your perception of being happy and free?
Over the last 5 years, I really understand and I can really be sure that your happiness does not rely on your wealth, your house, or your car. It really depends on your mind. You can be happy without too much. You can be happy sleeping in a tent. You can be happy just eating some wild fruits from the tree. You can be happy just stand in front of the sea. You can be happy get a fish from the sea. You can be happy just riding your bicycle and watching the landscape. Feel the sun and the wind. We really don't need too much to be happy. If I was 5 years ago, then I was like, oh, I'm not sure. But right now I can be really sure that you can be a happy person first. And then, well, either you are rich, either you are poor, either you are entrepreneur, or either you are a worker, or either you are a bike mechanic. That doesn't matter too much. You can always be a happy person if you want to.
Maybe it's a choice.
Yeah, it's a choice.
Happy.
You choose to be happy, or you learn to be a happy person first, and then you learn to work, and then you learn to do something else.
Yeah. And I assume you've made a lot of friends.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's like if I have a chance, then I can always go back to see them. But I don't know, if I will have that chance. But it's incredible to really see these real people, real places. You never see them online on the media, and they are actually very different from your imagination, from what you know online. It's quite different. The real world is really different from online.
And I was so glad to see that your book, Come Back Alive, is out. So tell us about your book.
Oh, yeah. So during this journey, I was writing journals every day to record all these unforgettable stories and these amazing places and peoples. Sometimes I want to record them with videos and photos, but you just feel like, it's not enough. There's something, you have to write it down.
Like go deeper.
You have to go deeper. And also sometimes people inspire you and they give you some inspiration. And then based on that, you have more thinking about it. It's something, you cannot document with the photos, or you cannot tell with the pictures. You have to write it down. So I've been writing journals over the last few years, and then when it comes to the end of this trip, I realized, I have like 400,000 words.
Wow.
Written over the last 4 years. And then one of my friends was an editor, so she was like, Mowgli, we should make this a book, because for me it's really inspiring. I think it will help a lot of people. We should make a book out of that. I was like, oh yeah, okay. If you think it was, then we should do it. So yeah, now we have a book called Come Back Alive, and it's based on the journal I've been written over the last 4 years, and I hope it will bring some energies, some confidence for people who is having a hard time or who is facing a decision, who need to make a choice, who have a dream. I hope it will help a little bit. Yeah.
And we have talked a lot about your journey. For those who have a big dream in their mind, but they are a little bit hesitant or afraid, what kind of advice would you offer to them?
I would say the real world is much more friendly and much more supportive. And you will find that it's such a beautiful world outside, and it's not that scary. It's not that dangerous. I would say, yeah, just if you want to do that, just do it. Yeah.
Just do it.
Yeah.
And I guess that you met more kind people than
Yeah.
people,
Yeah,
maybe?
way more. Yeah. Wow. I would say maybe not 100%, but at least 99% people I met on the road are really good people. Because they're all the same. People around the world, people live in different countries. They're all just, ordinary people like us. And yeah, if they have something you don't have, they're really willing to share with you. And sometimes if you need a roof, they're happy to share. If you need a warm shower, they're happy to share. If you need a place for pitch your tent, they can support you from any way they can. That's the most people I met on the road. Yeah, of course, sometimes there's something happen, but I would say most part of the world is friendly, generous. Some of them can be really inspiring. Yeah.
And my last question
Yeah.
is, as the new year comes, what is your resolution for the year 2026?
I don't know. I think I will go back to my own business, build some more bikes, and encourage more people to get on a bike and encourage people to get on their dream journey. I really think that this world is so beautiful, and it was seeing, it was traveling. There's nothing better than that you can do in your life. I would say.
Well, Mowgli, thank you so much for taking the time to share your journey with us. This has been truly inspiring.
You're welcome.
And that was my conversation with Mowgli. Thank you for joining us today. As we step into a new year, may his journey remind us that dreams grow bigger when we start taking the first step. If you are interested in hearing more fascinating life stories, be sure to find us at radio.cgtn.com or on any of your favorite podcast platforms. Just key in Footprints, and you can find more stories anytime, anywhere. I'm Xingyu. We look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Bye for now. And you said before you were not that confident. Now do you think you are a confident person?
Yeah. Well, confidence, I think sometimes, for me, it means you are happy with your life, you're happy with what you can do, you are happy with what you are, and you not regrets for what you don't have. I think after travel the world, I realized I am such an ordinary person. So for right now, I'm happy even nothing happened in the future in my life. I'll still be happy because this world is just so incredible.